Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're continuing this top favorite products series with concealers. My last video was top 5 favorite foundations, and today we're going to do top 5 favorite concealers. This isn't going to be drugstore or high-end, it's going to be a mixture of both. So if you want to know my top 5 concealers and my thoughts on them, then just keep watching. Once again, just like my foundation video, I will not be doing this in any particular order. It's just my top 5 favorite. It's not going to be in any particular order. These are just the 5 that I love the most. So the first product I have here is actually discontinued, which makes me really sad because it's amazing. But it is the CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless Eye Concealer. They apparently discontinued this one and made the concealer balm version, which I hear sucks, so I don't understand that. But I have the shade 205 Very Light, and it's basically the creamiest concealer ever. I actually have it on under my eyes right now, and it has swirls of Olay cream in it, so it's super creamy and it has a great coverage. It is very light, so it's really nice to highlight under the eye. If you can see, I have a very highlighted little V under my eyes right now, and that's because of this product. It's really super blendable because it's so creamy, but it's not creamy to the point where it's sticky and it'll gather under your eyes. It just glides on and stays put after. I do set it with powder because I always set my under eye concealer with powder because I do have problems with creasing under there. It's just the way my face is made. But it's not like this one creases anymore. It's not like this one creases worse than any others. It's just a normal creasing for me because every concealer creases on me. But I do set it with powder and it keeps it there. It keeps it staying put. And also it has that Olay cream in it, so it's really hydrating for under the eyes, so it won't look creepy. And I'm really sad that it's gone. I'm sorry. If you find this, if you can get your hands on this stuff, then get your hands on it because it won't be back out ever and you're gonna want to try it. It's amazing. Okay, another favorite concealer of mine is the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer. I don't know what I love about it so much other than that it's easy to work with. It does look really great on the skin. Some people have compared this to the MAC Pro Longwear. I don't think it's like that one, but it is a great concealer. I have the shade Glow, CW06 Glow, and this one's basically done, but I did want to show it in this video because I do really enjoy it. It gives a nice amount of coverage, not super full coverage, but just a good amount of coverage. It will hide any blemishes, it will hide under your eyes. That's also another thing that I like about it. It will work well under your eyes and also on blemishes. It's nice and creamy and easy to work with. It stays put. It's just a great all-around concealer for $6. Great price. You should definitely try it. Okay, I know you're gonna be really, Ashley, why? But it's amazing, so I just have to mention it. I know everybody and their mother is in love with this stuff, but for good reason, because the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer is honestly probably the best concealer I've ever used for blemishes, for under your eyes, even for priming your eyelids for eyeshadow. This stuff is just bomb. Oh, so amazing. The only thing, my only downfall with it is the pump is pretty hard to work with and it gets really messy under the cap, but the pump, you just have to be really extra careful because it always pumps out too much. But I'm a crazy concealer whore anyway, so it doesn't matter if I get too much concealer. But I have the shade NW20 because I like a little bit of a highlight under my eyes, but at the same time I can still use this for my blemishes. In the summer I can only use it for under my eyes because when I have a tan it's too light for blemishes. But for this time of year where I'm not really tanned, I can use it for both. It gives a nice little highlight under the eyes but also covers blemishes without hiding them, and this stuff really does stay put, does not crease, super creamy, super easy to work with, very full coverage, great for priming your eyelids because it has that long wearing no creasing technology that you can use it as an eyeshadow primer to conceal all the veins around your eyes and also just to keep your eyeshadows there. It does work great for that. So, and honestly, I bought this last summer when I was in Chicago, and I'm about 2/3 of the way down, and I use this more than any other concealer I have, and I still haven't run out of this bottle, so a little goes a long way and you will get your money's worth. I think it's $22, I'm not really sure, but it's definitely worth the money. Another concealer that probably everybody and their mother talks about is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circles Treatment Concealer. This stuff is just awesome. It has that little sponge applicator, which I find just the best part about it. It just feels really good under the eyes. Not like cooling or anything, it just like feels cool under there. And I have the shade Light. It is great for highlighting under the eyes because it's super creamy, conceals those dark circles like nobody's business, and it's just really easy to work with. I basically put it on with the sponge and then use my beauty blender or a brush to like actually like blend it into the skin. I also like to use this on blemishes just because it's creamy, easy to work with, and I can just like ploop, plop it on a blemish and I'm good to go. It's definitely, I think, my favorite drugstore concealer like of all time, just because it's one of those that I've repurchased, and I'm not really big, like I'm not really a big repurchaser because I have so much makeup and I rarely ever run out of it. So if I run out of a product and go get a new one, that's a big deal. And this one I have, so love it. And last but not least is the newest concealer to my collection, and another one that everybody and their mother loves, and that is the NARS Radiant Creaming Concealer. This is definitely the most expensive concealer I have, but it is awesome. I have the shade Vanilla, which is very light, so it's a very highlighting concealer. I don't use this on blemishes. I have before, and I've been told that they just highlight them, so I stopped, and now I only use it under my eyes. It is very full coverage. It's creamy, but like sometimes it can be like it sets quickly, so you gotta kind of work fast with it, but it sets quickly because it stays put, and it's just like really good. I use it with my beauty blender because a brush would make it like streaky, and like my fingers, I don't know, I just hate using my fingers. So I do always use this with a damp beauty blender, as I do with most of my concealers, but I do love it. It is very expensive, but I think it's worth the money because it does conceal those under eye circles, it highlights, it's great coverage, stays put, just all the good stuff you want in a concealer, this has. Okay guys, that's it for my top 5 concealers. I hope you enjoyed this installment of my little top favorite product series. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Leave me a comment below of what your favorite concealers are. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and all that good stuff, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.